How's it going, everybody? It's Docs Gaming here, and today's the day we're going to be documenting the process on how close I'm going to get from bringing Yomina to life. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and make this into a mini documentation, into a documentary series, and also a slight guide. Like I said in the last video, which I'm gonna upload. These videos are gonna be uploaded weekly in advance. Like I'm gonna record. I don't have the time to edit videos during the week, so I'm gonna be editing them in the weekend and then issuing them out the following week, basically. So what I have here is the adjustable mannequin that comes with a complete rigged model with IK constraints and everything. So basically, I can move this around in any and each way. Whoops. Let me see. It's the feet, right? Yeah, I can move this around any each way. The mannequin is fully. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Also, a microphone stand broke, so this is really awkward. But yeah, basically, it could be fully moving around, customized. We're gonna Alt G, Alt R, Alt S. Okay, so this is how the mannequin comes default. It's pretty small right now. Um, so basically, the entire goal for this process is to take a character from one singular image. Um, I need to accomplish this because, like I said, Counterside doesn't have really good. Counterside doesn't have their character sheets available, so I have to work with what I got. So I took a still image from inside the game, and we're gonna try to model to this. Now, normally, what I would do is I would pay somebody to redraw a character sheet for me, kind of like this. Most people actually won't model unless they have something like this, but I hate being restrained by the confines of a character sheet. That's my phone. I hate being restrained by the confines of a character sheet. So my goal for this series is to figure out how to model a character exactly how it is from one singular image. And I feel like with sculpting and understanding of anatomy, I can accomplish that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my progress I made with between the following week because yes, I did a bunch of sculpting off camera to practice. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So what we have here is my first couple of sculpts, and we're gonna go through all of them in one video. This is work over the span of about a week. So I never really sculpted before, but my learning is pretty fast. Also, just to let you know, I am using a small pen tablet I got off of Amazon. It's one of the cheapest ones I could find. It's a Huion 420, I believe, and I'm using a pen tablet to sculpt because ain't no way in hell I'm using a mouse and keyboard, my guy. That's just your wrist. Anyways, this is my first sculpt ever made. I used the adjustable mannequin. I smoothed it out, and I tried practicing sculpting the forms. Now, this is without me. This is without me studying anatomy. This is just me placing stuff generally. Learning how to use the brushes. Now, this sculpt is bad, but that's the point. I'm not really a sculptor. Back in the day, I modeled everything by hand, and that took literal days, hours to do. Like I had to model the entire thing by hand, and that was really tedious and time consuming and frustrating. But on the bright side, I didn't have to apologize because hey, it's already there. Um, but yeah, man, my first sculpt, I'm not gonna lie, pretty bad. I'm surprised I actually managed to get this collarbone in because I didn't know how to use the brushes. While I am familiar with navigating in Blender and using the polymodeling methods, I've never sculpted before, so this is pretty good for my first actual sculpt. I'm gonna go and show you my second sculpt. So my second sculpt that I did, it's a lot more better. I got the collarbone in there. I'm gonna hide this image. And yeah, this is the second day of sculpting. The butt cheeks a lot better. This is me just practicing how to sculpt the torso because I decided not to do the whole body at one time. It is just me adding an elbow and a small indent so you can see. But yeah, you can see me starting to understand exactly how the female body's laid out. Now this still looks kind of weird. I could have did a lot better smoothing this out. The boobs kind of look weird too, but that's the point. The point is I made progress. I went from this to this. I mean, it's not as good, but we're getting there. I was watching a video on the side, and I also used a bunch of reference. I'm gonna blur out because this is basically a bunch of naked women. I've been using reference for pure ref. Let me go ahead and press load here. Okay, gonna load. Probably should have had this done beforehand. I'm gonna get better at that, guys. Also, I'm lazy and I'm not gonna write a script because screw that, man. I'm gonna do it from the top of my dome. Anatomy, and yeah, there's gonna be slight nudity, but it's whatever. You know, I'm just gonna blur out the boobs. um, but yeah, man, you can see, yeah, it gets a lot crazier from here. A lot of reference, even the male too, because I wanted to understand where the abs were, and you know, we're just gonna go over all a bunch of that, man. Just getting into really trying to understand the female body in its form. So, with Pure Ref opened up in a couple of sculpting videos, I did my best to model the female body as realistically as possible. Because in order to stylize something, you first have to be able to do it realistically. Now the third day, I felt a lot better. It's a lot smoother. The rib cage is a lot smoother. I finally understood what the ribs and the stomach lie. I also did the little V here, the little index, and also on the back, I managed to make the shoulder blades a lot better, as you can see. And you know, I spent about the same amount of times. You know, I carved out 2 hours of my day. You know, to practice sculpting. I'm not doing the hands or anything like that. I'm doing the arms. You can see the little elbow here. I sculpted in a little indent. But yeah, you can see as it's improving, it's getting better. And then day 4, I wanted to practice doing abs, and I sculpted them in. I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty bad, but it's pretty good for getting to what I wanted. I wanted a girl with abs, and there it is. Also the forms are a lot smoother again. The collarbone is honestly, in my opinion, a lot worse or better. I think this is the best collarbone by far. The back is kind of meh. I didn't spend as much time on this one because I had to work a little bit harder that day. But nonetheless, I wanted to sculpt, and I made it a vow to sculpt every day, and that's what I did. Sculpt 5 gotten a lot better. This is me starting to do legs, and you can see the little knees here. Hold on, let me. Oops. Let me zoom in here. Sorry if you heard that. Not having a microphone stand is so awkward. But yeah, as you can see, moving in here, you can see the little small indents. There's the rib cage there. You're not going to see all of these imperfections. I didn't bother trying to smooth out the model because my goal isn't to make finished sculpts. My goal is to learn how to sculpt just enough to where I can get me a basic body going. And you can see you can see the shoulder blades here. I cut out the arms because I didn't have time to do the arms, unironically. And then the last sculpt, the one I spend the most time on, this sculpt right here. This is where I started to get really proud of myself. The collarbone's good. I got the neck muscles. I got the rib cage, the V, the taper here. I got the knees a lot better here. I actually did realistic knees and used the crease brush to draw that detail in. Also got the belly button in the right spot. Got the stomach area, the rectus dominus is what I think they call it. Not an anatomy genius, but you know, got the little indent, and then the. See. Yeah, we also got the elbow action going on here. Elbow action going on there. And we got the shoulder blades. And also, I got the butt. I got the indent of the knees. And also, one more thing I added, which I thought was really cool. Because this small detail, I did this myself. So, the boob actually laps into the back here. And then it tapers off into the... Whoops, hold on. I'm trying to show you, because this is a detail. I mean, you're not going to see this. This is kind of overkill. But I wanted to make this because, you know, now the detail underneath here, yeah. So basically the armpit. So the boob wraps off into here, into the tissue right here. The rib cage goes into here, and then we have this little indent right here, this little tissue right here that's kind of carved in. And now we got an armpit, guys. So there's your armpit action. But yeah, I finally understand how the female body, you know, kind of works. You know, I got the gist of the anatomy. There's the spine, there's the scapula, there's the indent of the cheeks, and then there's the separation between the butt cheeks. And I also learned that the butt cheeks go slightly below the crotch, so I pulled that down. And yeah, I'm really starting to understand how it's formed. So with all these sculpts I made over the past couple of days, I'm just like, man, Finally, I actually understand how to place the details on the body. So this is important because now that I understand how to sculpt the body with this mannequin here, if I can bring him back with this mannequin here, now that I understand how to sculpt the body with just this movable doll. Now I can make whatever I want. Now I have the ability to make whatever character I want from a still image because now all I have to do is post the character to this image. And that's what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to make a character from any picture that inspires me and bring it to life. And now that I know how to do that, now the only thing I'm not really confident about is modeling clothes because holy crap, this is so much detail. Look at all these buckles, man. That's gonna be a pain. Anyways, this is Dots Give Me signing out. I'm gonna be posting the other video on me actually modeling the thing. And I'm gonna go over some basic retopology I'm gonna be doing. But that's my progress for this week. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and keep living your dreams, and don't live in anybody else's.